Hey, what's up? Welcome to Kirk Trades. Like, sub, comment, and share this video if you want to learn how to long a stock. Alright, so pretty much you have to find the right stock to long. Um, the first two top trades, as far as for today, they were both gapping stocks. X is actually the third top traded stock on my list, my personal list that I have right. That is based off of losers and winners technique, which indicates volatility. So the top losers and gainers are being the most, or will have the most percentage uh, movement. Okay, which means you can get into a trade, get out within the shortest amount of time based off of volatility. All right, so with this stock, you would have to wait for that 1 minute. As this bar closed, price would have moved to the next minute and started to break out. But let's say you wanted to be really safe and you just got in at the close of this 2 minute double bar right here above the 50-day moving average. You would have seen some type of breakout. See, all these bars are not like this bar right here. Okay, 1330. So it's pretty obvious on a visual aspect of just looking at the 1 minute and here, especially here, that price appears to be going upward. Okay. You even have the AT line moving upward. All right, so how do we trade this stock? So let's say you get in right there on this double bar breakout pattern right here. You have an opportunity now to get out of this stock. Can this stock continue to break down and start going into a downtrend? Absolutely. The market is in some type of downtrend here on the daily. There's a trend right here. A channel up means down. Now, can this go into a 20-day moving average trend? That's very possible. She's right there at the cusp of doing something like that. Okay, see, above the 20, and then she went into a 20-day moving average. In this case, the high point would have been on these the AT line right here. All right, so let's move on. So let's say you want to stay in the trade. Now you risk possibly just breaking even or even just paying the fee of your brokerage. So you want to stay in based off of the 50 because the 50 is the most longest, is a longer time frame, and a lot of times the 200 on the 1 minute um, may not be. It would. She may be too far away from price, and then you miss out on a lot of gains. All right, so let's test the 20-day moving average. Respect right there. Bounce her off of that 20. She was hitting there was a poke right here, and that was probably buy orders to take the stock upward. Now, if you had a bar close right below the 20, that is a definite indicator to exit the trade. But and the spread of the moving average is very spread out, so who knows what type of loss, or even if you can break even with this trade. All right, so respect to the 20. Let's focus on the 50-day. We're going to focus on the 50-day here. But the 50 is so far away from that 20. That would be a pretty big loss of a possible what your gains could have been. So I would say probably a little bit below the 20, a breakdown below the 20, and some type of confirmation of a move to the of a change of trend here. But the easiest just looking at the moving averages, which are also trend lines. Okay. For the first time, this stock has done a bear flag continuation based off of this, and the price is now indicating down. But let's say, hey, you know, you're thinking to yourself, I know that the 50 is a long-term trend line. I want to go based off of that. So now you risk possibly losing whatever certain amount. So now you're at $470. So you have a choice now to either have gone out here, right there, or definitely at this breakdown bar right here on the close. Got respect the 50. Look at that. Now the moving averages are pretty dang close, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say that's pretty close? There. We have a complete close of this bar. Now it's not always going to be like this, folks. Alright, so there you have it. This would have been a $580 trade plus or take away whatever your brokerage fee would have been. Alright, so I hope you guys learned how to long a stock. Like, sub, comment, and share this. Alright, have a great day.